Hello? Hello, hello. Okay.
Regular.
Settings. This is super weird because I can't hear audio, but
run and even 60 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. You know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
45, 80! 45. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the deep.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
5-0. Switch.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
All of my notifications are off of Snapchat because people will keep on asking me.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Move it.
45. Mike, 45.
Watch
the curl.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Yep, corner blitz.
That's 2 really good stops in a row. Back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the passer on third down, haven't they?
Yeah, and offensively, they're going to have to do something else because the run game, at least on this drive, isn't working.
Aw, he got hurdled.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him 9 on the
Oh,
kick.
it's almost halftime. Body. Heavy.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Dolphins are winners. Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
Really? Let's send to the playoffs. I want to go on Instagram. Up. ankle. Oh, what? Hello, hey. No, what?
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you.
What?
So let me see
I'm
that
not listening.
greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
White 80!
Score a touchdown. So hard. Wow.
White 80!
Kind of hurdle. I was already in that zone. I still threw them.
White 80!
It's good.
White 20! White 10! White 10!
Ankles are still on the field.
White 80! White 10! White 80! White 10!
Get trucked, dude.
White 80! White 10!
Can just go up the middle, like. If I do not make that, I would punch.
White 10!
Which way? Oh. What way was I going? Up the middle? Like. I was on the sideline.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back in the race. There's more steps ahead, so you gotta keep it up.
Yup. Good chase. Dolly Ben got blue face.
Wait, 20!
Welcome to the rodeo. Never heard of it. Heard of that, haven't.
Wait,
Opposite way. That's how you always send those. Yeah. Eagles. Oh, what? What?
Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
If I did not make that, I would.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You taking the first steps towards success in this league. But don't fall back and get late.
Yo. Dang it! Can I? No, I can't square. Oh, we're going up against Le'Veon Bell. Kidding. He's good. Miami Dolphins used to be trash. Now they're good because they have me. This is bad because look. Yeah. The same X Factor. X Factor as me.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Yeah. Oh, is this a kick return?
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get this.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's it, baby.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to him on first down. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week at a loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. You don't want pick up the ball. Right there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far,
look at that.
working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
What? Oh, this is 20.
Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Right up the middle. What? That was 4th down, too. Why would you do that?
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Oh, no.
Take it at the 37.
No, my phone. Oh, it's the 10.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
7-7, our score after 1. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Juke. Oh, that's first.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
52 and 56. 52 and 56. Alert 3.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points.
I think what we're seeing from him means the future has arrived.
But
Because I
Snapchat.
think most teams are looking for that hybrid running back.
Oh
The guy
my
can
God,
run it, of course,
41.
but who can catch it as well. And those catching skills, exactly why they chose him.
Hey. Oh, here's a person. I'll go check my phone.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Taking it about the 16.
Go.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Miami.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
They can't hang with that.
Feel it. Regular.
Check hot route. Hot.
To kill. 35.
Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And some room to work. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
He's so tiny.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Oh my God.
Set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of 7.
Let's get it.
Miami Jets.
Yeah, let's get sandwich.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works free.
I
And he's going to get a
lost my
solid
extra.
gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's gonna throw it.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you could see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every
What?
catch.
We're gonna score. Score.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The good thing is, I'm surprised that they aren't, like,
50 seconds the most.
getting...
Not today, you aren't. Not today. Sponge. No.
Oh, gosh,
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 7. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player or broadcaster?
I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
You won every game as a player.
No, I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But,
Get out of my
when I was calling
face,
college
man.
football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who
No,
had
he
been ruling their division.
didn't.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, Coach. As the analyst, you got to fill
didn't.
that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle
What are you
hosting
doing,
Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I skipped this song. I don't like it.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you... Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return.
I want to get in a fight.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
But I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball.
I am. What do you mean?
Great.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
I want to challenge
We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
you just
the
lost
defensive
to the
guys,
worst team
they just
in
said,
the
hey,
NFL.
put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Miami, it's a hallelujah moment as they pick.
Look, 85, 85, 85, 85. I know. 80. Unlocks at 80 overall power back. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. I like which one. No. 96 stamina, 99 injury, 99 kick return? What? November 11, 20, 23rd, 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 23rd. Oh, dude. Eric Murray got re-signed to the Giants. What? Patriots re-signed QB Tom Brady to 1-year contract. 41 million contract. Patriots versus Chiefs. Randy Moss was impossible good for the Dolphins this week. No other way to say it. What? Matthew Berry. What? Randy Moss don't play football anymore. I think. I'm not too sure. Don't be mean. Oh. Retire, yes. Oh, cause I'm news. Wait. Okay. Everything goes right. The Jets were very kind. Hollywood ground game. Not sure the Chiefs win this game on the road. Matthew Berry. M. Berry EA. Randy Moss was impossibly good for the Dolphins this week. No other way to say it. Trey Wingo. For ground game, the numbers could. I want to versus the Patriots. Wall. Reed. 3. Next week, the Giants. You get murked. I roll. 400 dash 50. Okay. Low. Barn stove, whip it. Roll low. So whip it.
Welcome to Draft Week. All the effort you spend scouting comes down to this. Start the draft whenever you're ready.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock. The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Melty. Oh, it's awesome.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but
Hey, boys. Coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Come on, set. 60 out, let's get it. Set up. 60 or. Leaf river, leaf river.
Am I still up?
Ready to break. Set, go. Here we go, set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Fire. Here we go, here we go. Cut up. Let's go now. 18 Gators. Hey, out. Hut. Here we go. 70, Indy. Hut, go.
Get outran.
Ready. 10, shoot. Got it. General Webb, hit it.
Dog, Matt, or not.
Let's go. 50, plant. Look at me. Now.
That's a touch. Oh.
7, 8, read. Ready.
Let's go. First and touchdown. Got it. Yeah.
Turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Go. The Dolphins is at 81 over because of me? Really? Oh my god. Oh no, I'm gonna blow this up. Achoo! Oh no!
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden football.
This is Madden football. I thought.
On the double.
From them to Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Dudes. He's coming.
X3. 218, chop it. Get it.
Austin now,
What are you
throwing on
doing?
first down, and incomplete to
My
open
God,
things up. He was looking that time for Stills, but it's going to be second down. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick, but when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Check, 47. Push him back.
Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of...
Ready?
47, Mike. Mike, 47. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Set. 60 outlaw.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 37-yard line.
Kill.
Bravo.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Achy Gator.
Get the ball.
Now.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Go.
A big play on the ground there and goes for 36 yards.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard him over and over.
A lot of time.
There's nothing to challenge.
And when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Here we go. Double time.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Certainly not what the offense wanted down here, going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, well, look who got involved. I mean, when you got a strong safety who can drop into the box, never needs an invitation to be one of those guys in run defense, does he? Wakes up every morning just a little bit ticked off.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Check three.
Big grip.
They'll run here on third and goal. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Let's go. 10 logo.
Mike 47.
Now they try the right side here. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first
Von
down.
Miller.
And notice that one of the downsides of
God.
blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he...
Down. 8 read.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, baby.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at the 10. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Almost the full length of the field, a 90-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Oh.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches, they frown upon that, don't they?
They really do. I do know some special teams coaches that say, okay, I'll let you go to about the 8, and you're right in that gray area, and he made that play work in a massive way.
Set. 60 outlaw.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to hit it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you're onto something.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And partner. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Yo, faster!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Avoids him at the 40. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and he'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Not sad.
Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now they'll run it on the toss. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Dolphins, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.